Hey everyone, Bisojodo here again with 7 unimaginable lessons I've learned in 7 years of being married to my darling husband. Olanrewaju, da 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 dan dan. Okay, today's lesson number four, and lesson number four for me is that what you did when you were courting will help a great deal in your marriage. I'll explain. It's easy for a lot of people to, be romantic, care for their partner, old ends, go out on dates, to the beach, do things together, godly things, understand? Yeah, together while they were cutting, you know, basically they gave each other their attention, they gave each other their time, they were there for each other, before the call even before you had that call that time you would have picked, but now she see finish has entered, and so you're literally taking each other for granted. Your spouse will call, you're not picking their call, and say, I'm busy. And you say the call, not that you're that busy, you could have at least picked. Because I remember when you were cutting, you will even be, if it is possible for you to pick your babe's call in front of your boss, you will pick it. But not because you think, we are now together in the house, nothing they shake, nothing they share, nothing they happen. And so you feel you don't need to, accord such respect again. See finish destroys marriage. And there is one thing I usually tell people: see finish is familiarity over familiarity in marriage. But one thing you should do is, there is this saying that familiarity breeds content. In your marriage, allow your see finish or your familiarity to breed intimacy. Intimacy is intimacy. I still love you. You have me. We have ourselves. I care about you. Whatever you want, I am ready to give to the best of my ability as God will be helping me. And so you're there for your spouse. You're there to do everything that needs to be done. Do you understand? So in marriage, if care is not taken, you start seeing yourself as just roommate because now you're together. And so instead of doing those things you did while you were courting, you just stopped doing them all of a sudden, and then your spouse start feeling neglected. And see, once your spouse starts feeling neglected, it's very I mean, it's very bad for your marriage. So what am I saying? Please, those things you did while you were courting, do them now. We still sit down to talk. Yeah. We must not just say, oh, this thing, and we'll go back. Oh, we used to do this thing. There is something Abattoir, the Abattoir movie by Daniel Mike Bamley is doing towards now. So they release, it's usually released on every Sunday. Once it's released on Sunday, definitely might not have that time or later. So, but the later we're watching is a time for us to bond. It's a time for us to learn where, and it's just the two of us. The children would have slept, so it's really a good time for us to bond. It's a time for us to learn. Those little things. So you look for time to bond, because what you were doing then as singles curtain was you were bonding. You were trying to build a romantic relationship that would help your marriage. You were trying to give your best to your relationship. Please, now is the time to give your best, because why? You are now together. That time you can't hug yourselves freely, you can't kiss freely, you can't peck freely, you can't touch the butt freely, you can't have sex freely. But now you can do all these things freely. So please use these things to your advantage. Don't allow see finish to destroy your marriage. See finish destroys. Do not allow it to destroy your marriage. It's a serious issue, I'm telling you. So please allow God. Do things that build, that can build your marriage. Do things that afford an evergreen marriage, not things that destroy marriage. And one of those things is, you were going out before. Please try schedule a date night, date morning, date evening, date whatever. If it is where you are, it's difficult to go out, you can do it in your house. What you need is the environment. It might be your own balcony. It might be a portion of your sitting. Your dining room. Let me say something. So some weeks back, one of our siblings came to Nigeria, and so they stayed in our house. And sincerely, we've never even done this thing with the children. We do play and all those things. And so all of a sudden, I don't know. My sister-in-law already discussed with her child, her son, that they'll be having a party. And do you know what she did that time? Made me to realize another thing in my own son that I've never seen. So I never knew my son is that coordinated, and he knew things to the extent that he could organize a party like an event. So please, you're looking for an event planner. I have a son in my house that can help you. You know what am I saying? So I just know that she's been discussing with him, and so he said, I mean, she just said she told me, I mean, she told him to go and write the people we should invite, they want to invite for their party, the food they will be cooking, the drink, the drinks, everything that will be needed, and brethren. My son did it too. That he went, he took a sheet, wrote the names of his friends in school, wrote the kind of rice, the kind of swallow wasn't there, just rice, chicken, turkey, and all those things. Yeah, and he wrote drinks. He wrote both natural and artificial. He wrote the kind of the wine, how the table should be set. He wrote everything and he gave it to her. Me, I just came out that day and I saw that he took one drip and he started laying the dining table. And I was like, what's that? Then Big Mommy said, we are going to do party. We have party. And I was like, which party? And so when I had my stand, she was like, that that she told him that they will be having a party. And so that I should say, I was like, so baby, I mean, baby, you wrote this. And she said, yes. I was like, wonderful. And she was like, even her, she was shocked because she just wanted to test him to see, and that she never knew I mean, she never knew that he will be able to do it. What am I saying? And sincerely, do you know what we did? We had a party that they danced just in a small corner like that in a dining. They set the table, wine was there. I prepared this whatever that day. You know, wine was there, cup was there. We sang, we played Christian song. Everybody danced, and then we cheered, and cheers to healthy life, cheers to beautiful family, and all those things. Why am I saying this? You can have a date night in your house. Just set the mood. Once the children are, they've gone to bed, go to the dining, set it. You and your spouse, or probably on one a day, probably are not around, or there is a place you can put them there. You want to go out to watch movies, do these things. They build marriage because see, trouble no they finish you like people as people would say. There will always be issues, but in this, in the midst of all these issues, just find a time to bond. Find the time to connect as husband and wife. If you don't find the time to connect, I'm telling you, the hustling, the bustling, and the issues of life, they would take away a lot of beautiful things from you. And so, in effect, what I'm saying is quality time is important. That is what it's about. So this lesson is find time. Don't allow see finish to destroy your marriage, and understand that the quality, the quantity, very important. The Bible says, cast your bread upon the waters, and because you don't know which one will actually make sense. Yeah, and that's where I usually put when I want to read that chapter to myself. That's what am I saying? People say, quality time. I usually say this, even the quantity of your time is important because you don't even know what is quality or what is quantity. Okay, your quality is undivided attention. Good. Your quality there. Now your quantity now is probably you're busy and so you don't have enough time for them. Still the little, still give it to your spouse. And I'm telling you, your marriage will thrive. That is my lesson number 4. The fact that what you were doing in courtship that made the whole thing beautiful until you get married until you got married, rather, still do them and then amplify them, and then improve on them, and then do what else again? Spend time together. And I'm telling you, it will help your bond, it will help your connection, it will help you have a blissful marriage, a thriving union, a blossoming relationship, and an evergreen marriage that will be, envied by people. Please do this and you will be happy you did. Thank you for listening to my number 4 lesson, how to 7 lessons in 7 years. God bless.